There are such places on Earth that upon seeing them, it feels as if our ancestors were not merely carving stones, but rather imprisoning mysteries within those stones. Somewhere, entire mountains were cut to create temples. Somewhere in the midst of the desert's sand, a red city suddenly stands tall. Somewhere, massive rocks were erected in such a way as if they are conversing with the sky. And somewhere, stones weighing thousands of tons were adorned without any machines, as if it were some kind of game. This mystery is not confined merely to books, but rather such miracles are scattered across the earth, which even today leave scientists, historians, and explorers astonished upon seeing them. So let us embark on that mysterious journey through time, where we will learn about the most wondrous and mysterious places in the world, made from stones. Number 1. Petra, the red city emerging from stones in the heart of the desert. In the midst of the scorching desert's golden sand, suddenly a red glow emerges, as if someone has transformed an entire mountain into the hue of roses. This is Petra, that mysterious city which was carved and sculpted by cutting stones. From afar, it appears merely as an ordinary hill. But as you approach closer, you realize that hidden within it is an unsolved miracle of the earth. About 2,000 years ago, the Nabatean civilization built it. But the question is, how did they, without any modern machinery, cleave through tall mountains to create such magnificent temples, tombs, and palaces? The treasury. Their most famous monument by that name is so grand that it feels as if someone has etched an entire story into the red stone. Historians believe that Petra was once the heart of the Silk Road. From here, caravans of traders, spices, gold, silk, and countless treasures would pass through. But as quickly as this city flourished, it vanished in just as mysterious a manner. It is said that a massive earthquake toppled its walls and palaces. Some believe that when new trade routes were established, Petra became desolate and gradually the sand swallowed it. But despite these arguments, the real reason remains a puzzle even today. The mystery is even deeper because Petra was not just a city. The alignment of its buildings, its hidden paths, and its secret chambers indicate that the Nabatean people were perhaps possessors of some lost advanced knowledge. Many researchers claim that within the walls and tunnels of Petra, there are still such secret rooms that no one has ever opened. Some local people believe that a cursed treasure is buried here. Those who attempt to search for it never return. Many travelers have claimed to hear strange sounds from within these rocks in the silence of the night, as if some slow whisper is floating in the air. It feels as if the stones themselves are affirming their own stories. But there is no one to listen to them. The grandeur of Petra is not merely in its statues or palaces, but in that invisible magic which is felt from every corner. When the sun's last rays touch the red rocks, the entire city glows in golden light, as if some ancient deity is still present here. Many historians have discovered that several buildings of Petra are in perfect harmony with the positions of the sun and stars. This suggests that the Nabatean architects possessed deep knowledge of astronomy. For them, architecture was not just construction, but a spiritual practice. Modern archaeologists still believe that beneath Petra, there are many mysterious tunnels and chambers that have not yet been explored. Some people say that there are such walls here behind which, instead of stone, there are layers of metal that point towards some unknown technology. Every year, thousands of tourists come to see this red city, but no one knows what secrets lie sleeping beneath the alleys through which they are passing. When the darkness of night envelops Petra and the moonlight falls on its red stones, it feels as if this city is still breathing today. Petra reminds us that no matter how far humanity advances, there are such mysteries hidden in its past that even time could not erase. This is the very reason that when any traveler stands before this city, he does not see just ruins, but a living history that speaks even in its silence. Number 2. Ajanta and Ellora Caves. The story of an ancient civilization hidden in stones. Imagine you are in a dense forest, tall trees all around. There is moisture in the air, and the sound of a waterfall coming from somewhere far away. Suddenly, your gaze falls on a mountain. The cracks formed on its surface appear like some secret gate. When you approach closer, you realize these are not cracks, but rather the entrance gates to those wondrous caves which seem not to have been carved by humans, but as if by some divine power. This is Ajanta and Ellora's caves, where time, art, and religion, all three are alive in the same stone. The caves of Ajanta date back to the 2nd century BCE, and every cave tells a story of Buddha's life, his compassion, and that knowledge which is beyond time. The paintings made on the walls of Ajanta are so vivid that it feels as if someone has just put down the brush moments ago. In those pictures, the sparkle in the eyes, the waves in the clothes, and the depth of emotions are still the same as they were 2,000 years ago. No camera, no equipment, just natural colors made from soil, leaves, and stones. Historians believe that these paintings are the earliest visual storybooks in human history, where religion, philosophy, and art breathe together. Every cave of Ajanta offers a glimpse of some chapter in Buddha's life, from his birth to his nirvana. The caves of Ellora are different from Ajanta, just as mysterious too. Your temples of Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain religions are built at the same place, as if all three faiths are three waves of the same soul. But among all these, the most miraculous is the Kailasa temple, which was built by cutting an entire single rock. Think thousands of laborers worked continuously for 18 years without any machine, without any measuring instrument. Went cut the mountain from top to bottom to create a temple 100 feet tall and 200 feet wide. The complexity of this construction is such that scientists say if it had to be rebuilt today with modern technology, it would take decades. Every pillar inside the Kailasa temple, every wall, and every statue has been carved with such precision that it feels as if someone had worked with a pre-planned, three-dimensional design. Some historians believe that some lost ancient technology was used here. Perhaps the stone was cut using some method that we still cannot understand today. Some scholars even attribute it to divine or alien assistance. But whatever the truth may be, the grandeur of this construction still challenges modern engineering today. The mystery of Ellora is not just hidden in its architectural art, but in its spiritual meaning. The caves here were not only places of worship, but also centers for meditation and knowledge. It is said that sages and scholars practiced penance here for years, so that they could understand the power of nature and the universe. Ajanta and Ellora are proof that Indian civilization was not leading only in religion but also in science, art, and self-realization. Today, when you step into these caves, it feels as if the stones are speaking. The wind passing through the cracks in the walls seems to bring voices from the past. When the sun's rays fall inside through the cracks in the mountain, it feels as if someone has opened a page from the book of time. Ajanta and Ellora teach us that stones are not just hard. They too have a soul, and if you listen carefully, they still whisper stories thousands of years old. Number 3. Callanish stones. Mysterious stones that converse with the sky. It's nighttime, cold winds, and countless stars spread across the sky. In a remote area of Scotland, suddenly tall stones rising from the ground come into view. They stand in a circular formation. From afar, it appears as if these stones are guarding the night sky. These are the Callanish stones, which are sometimes called the mysterious brother of Stonehenge. But experts believe that these are even older and more mysterious than Stonehenge. It is believed that these were erected about 5,000 years ago. Now the question arises, who built them and why? Some researchers say that these stones were used for astronomy, because when the sun and moon come into their special positions, the shadows of these stones create a perfectly precise alignment. But here the mystery becomes even deeper. Local legends believe that these stones were actually part of an ancient cult or ritual. It is said that in ancient times, strange rituals and sacrifices were performed here. According to some stories, these stones were once humans who were turned into stone due to some curse. In the villages around the Callanish stones, people still claim that on the full moon night, when the moon passes between these stones, a strange energy is felt in the air. Many people even say that while passing through here, they felt the presence of some invisible power. Even today, these stones stand in that same mysterious silence, as if they have been keeping an eye on every movement of the sky for centuries. Was this truly an observatory of some ancient civilization, or part of some such mystery that humans have not understood even today? The height of these stones is about 5 meters, and the stone from which they are made is not local but brought from distant places. Now, another question arises. 5,000 years ago, when the use of wheels was also limited, how were such heavy stones brought here? Some archaeologists believe that these were not just stones, but placed at the confluence of energy lines, that is, ley lines, where the Earth's natural energy is most active. This is why an extraordinary vibration is felt here, which modern instruments have also recorded. Perhaps for this very reason, this place has become a spiritual pilgrimage for many people today. Many travelers have reported that when they stand between these stones, they feel a slight vibration in their bodies, as if some invisible power is flowing there. Some scientists have even said that this entire structure works like some ancient astronomical instrument that determined rituals and time based on the positions of the sun, moon, and stars. But local legends believe that these stones are incarnations of gods who will awaken once again when the world passes through the gates of a great change. The shape, direction, and mutual distance of these stones are so precise that repeating the same balance even with modern astronomical instruments is difficult. This is also a mystery that the soil on which they stand has not shifted for thousands of years despite rain and snow. Perhaps this is the reason that the Callanish stones stand today in the same state, as if some supernatural power had stopped them right there. When the first ray of sunrise touches these stones and the entire complex begins to bathe in golden light, the scene appears as if time itself has stopped here. The grass flying in the cold winds, the silence spreading far and wide, and the long shadows of the stones all together create such an atmosphere that gives the feeling of some other era. Perhaps this is the reason that Callanish is still a mysterious gateway. For those people who believe that such powers still exist in the depths of the earth that are not visible to us, these stones are still silent. But the message hidden in their silence is perhaps the same that our ancestors once knew: that communication with the universe happens not just with words, but with energy. Number 4. Sigiriya Rock Fortress. The King's Sin, a palace of atonement built on a mountain. In the midst of Sri Lanka's dense jungles, suddenly a rock pierces the sky and rises. This 200-meter-high solitary standing rock appears like a statue of some deity from afar. But when you approach it closer, you realize that this is not just a rock, but atop it is settled an ancient mystery, which people call the Sigiriya Rock Fortress. In the 5th century, King Kashyapa made this rock his fortress. It is said that he had shed the blood of his own father, and to escape from this guilt and fear, he built his palace on this sky-touching rock. While climbing the rock, suddenly a stone carving like the massive paws of a lion appears in front. It feels as if some invisible guardian is challenging you. If you have the courage, then proceed further. The mysterious secret tunnels built inside the fort are still no less than some labyrinth today, and the most wondrous is its mirror wall, which was made so shiny thousands of years ago that people could see their faces in it. The question remains the same. At that time, when science and technology were not so developed, how exactly was this wondrous construction possible? The fresco paintings made on the walls, in which mysterious Apsuras and pictures of goddesses are etched. These indicate that Sigiriya was not just a fort, but perhaps some secret religious site, or even a royal palace of a lost civilization. Historians say that after Kashyapa's death, this palace gradually became desolate. But the question remains the same: was Sigiriya just a king's fortress? Or is hidden within it that secret which is still beyond our understanding today? Upon unraveling the layers of history, it becomes clear that this fort was not just a defense site, but a place like some spiritual laboratory. King Kashyapa was in search not just of power, but of salvation. It is believed that he had this fort built in such an astrological structure that the sun's rays would fall exactly in the center of the palace every morning. This was such a confluence of architecture and astronomy that was centuries ahead of its time. The palace's stairs, water systems, and gardens appear to be based on some mathematical formula. The fountains here start flowing even without rain. This makes it clear that at that time there was a deep understanding of water pressure and canal systems. Behind the pictures of the Apsuras made on the walls inside the fort, another mystery is hidden. It is said that these were not just pictures, but part of some ancient code or religious symbol. The colors used in these paintings are not faded even today, perhaps because a mixture of natural metals and minerals was used in them, whose secret is now lost. Some experts believe that these pictures were related to some heavenly dance or energy practice, through which the king attempted to purify his soul. But the biggest mystery of Sigiriya is those tunnels that disappear somewhere inside the rock. Archaeologists believe that these paths perhaps led to some secret bunker or spiritual assembly hall where special rituals took place. Some local legends say that within these tunnels, remnants made of gold and sacred texts are still buried, which are guarded by invisible powers. Today, when the sun's rays touch the walls of this rock, they turn golden, and as evening falls, silence descends upon Sigiriya, such a silence that echoes like some unfinished prayer. At night, when the wind blows, it feels as if some slow voice is whispering from between the stones. Perhaps King Kashyap's soul still wanders there in search of liberation from his sins. Sigiriya is still a UNESCO World Heritage Site today, but those who have gone there know that it is not just a historical monument, but a living soul that is still breathing between the walls of history. Number 5. Baalbek, the House of Gods, or a construction of some lost civilization. Mystery. Imagine you are standing in Lebanon thousands of years ago. Tall mountains all around, a strange silence in the air. In the midst of a valley, scattered are massive stone structures that are so large that the viewer pauses for a moment and wonders whether this could truly be the work of humans. This is Baalbek, such a place that has been called the House of Gods for centuries. Here are present the trilithon stones. Such stones whose every block is heavier than about 1,000 tons, meaning the weight of each stone is about as much as 200 elephants. Now the question arises, about 2,000 years ago, when there were neither cranes nor any heavy machines in the world, how were these stones cut? How were they lifted? And how were they placed so precisely one upon the other that not even the width of a hair space remained between them? Historians believe that the temples present in Baalbek were constructed by the Roman Empire, especially for the grand temple built in honor of Jupiter. But here's another mystery. The foundation of these stones is not from the Roman era, but even earlier. Archaeologists have found such stones here that are far older than the Roman structures. This means that this place may have been built by some unknown civilization even before the Romans, whose technology is still beyond understanding today. Some experts even call it Proto-Mesopotamian engineering, but no one has solid evidence. In local legends, it is said that these stones were placed by the gods themselves, so that they could create a base to descend to Earth. In some stories, these stones are called the Tower of Babel, which was allegedly the place of descent for the gods. Some researchers even see it as evidence of the Anunnaki, those ancient astronomical beings mentioned in Sumerian texts. They believe that these massive stones were not for some ordinary religious purpose, but connected to some extraterrestrial activity. Perhaps it was a landing platform from where they operated their flying machines. In the excavations of Baalbek, many such chambers and tunnels have been found whose purpose is still not clear today. At some places, such deep tunnels have been found that measuring their depth is difficult. The joints between the stones inside these tunnels are so precise that modern engineers are stunned upon seeing that level of perfection. Strange magnetic activity has also been recorded in these tunnels. Some scientists say that the Earth's energy here is unusually high. At night, when the wind passes between these stones, a strange echo is produced. Local people believe that these are the voices of the gods that still echo in this valley. Many times, unique light shadows have been seen here, which people call spiritual energy or divine light. When the sun sets, these stones begin to glow in a red-golden aura, as if some massive fire has brought them back to life. Baalbek is not just an archaeological site, it is a gateway standing between history and myth that forces us to think whether our ancestors truly knew less than us, or whether they've discovered such mysteries that we have now forgotten. When any traveler stands near these massive stones, he feels that this work could not be just humans. This is evidence of some such power that is perhaps still breathing beyond the walls of time. And this is the real mystery of Baalbek. Such a mystery that neither fades nor gets solved, but just deepens further with every passing era. Number 6. Stonehenge, the unsolved circle of time and stars. In the green fields spread across Wiltshire in England, when the morning mist lifts, massive stone formations emerge on the earth. Some standing, some leaning, and some placed one upon the other. This is Stonehenge. One of the most mysterious creations of human civilization was built about 4,500 years ago. Upon seeing this stone circle, even today scientists, historians, and astronomers all are astonished about what purpose it was built for exactly. Was it a monument for some king? Was it an observatory to understand the movement of stars? Or the center of some religious ritual? The answer is still not clear today. Among the stones placed at this site, some weigh more than 25 tons. And the surprising thing is that these stones were brought from many miles away from here, at a time when neither wheel development had happened nor iron tools existed. According to scientists, this work must have been done using human labor, ropes, and wooden sledges. But even then, such precision and the transportation of heavy stones seems almost impossible even today. These stones have been placed in a circular manner in such a way that at the time of the sun's rising and setting, their shadows and directions change in a perfectly precise form, from which it is estimated that it was related to solar solstices and astronomical cycles. According to some legends, it was built by a wizard named Merlin, who appears in stories connected to the mythical King Arthur of Britain. It is said that Merlin used magical power to fly these stones from Ireland and establish them in England. This tale is imagination, but it has made Stonehenge a symbol of mystery and magic. Meanwhile, archaeologists have found human bones, ashes, and signs of sacrifice here, from which it is speculated that this place was also used as some ritual cremation ground. The most interesting thing about Stonehenge is that it evolved in phases over thousands of years. First, wooden posts were placed here. Then circles were made with small stones, and finally, massive sarsen stones were erected. In each phase, the people of that time changed, but the structure remained alive, as if this site itself became the guardian of time. Even today, every year on the summer solstice day, when the sun rises exactly from Stonehenge's central gate, thousands of people gather there. At that moment, it feels as if a 4,000-year-old civilization has awakened again, and history has begun to speak from between the stones. But the biggest mystery is still unsolved. Why did these people choose this place, erected these stones, and for what purpose? Stonehenge makes us realize that our ancestors were not just people who piled up stones. They possessed deep understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and architecture. But more than that, they knew how to have a mysterious dialogue with nature and the universe. Perhaps it was this very dialogue that inspired them to create this circle of stones, such a circle that stands even today beyond time, logic, and science. When the evening sunlight falls on these stones and the fields spreading far and wide turn golden, it feels as if this circle is a gateway to some invisible power where history, faith, and mystery breathe together. Stonehenge is neither just a monument nor merely an archaeological puzzle, but it is that symbol of human curiosity which is still alive thousands of years later. This is the reason that upon seeing it, the same question arises in every traveler's mind. Do we truly know our past, or do these stones still want to tell us something? Number 7. Cappadocia, the land of fairy chimneys and underground cities. Cappadocia, located in the central part of Turkey, is such an area that appears not born on Earth, but in some ancient dream. There are valleys like waves in its land, stone pillars of strange shapes, and that mysterious peace which is found only in the oldest corners of history. This place was formed from volcanic eruptions millions of years ago, when lava and ash mixed to create soft, tough stone. Over time, wind and rain cut, eroded, and sculpted them. Gradually, these strange shapes rose from the earth, which people call fairy chimneys. Every stone's shape is different. Somewhere it is wide like a mushroom, somewhere tall like a temple's spire. This terrain is so unique that as soon as the first ray of morning falls, the entire area glows in golden aura, and it feels as if the earth has draped the garment of sunrise over itself. But this is not just a natural miracle. Here humans too have shaped history with their own hands. When ancient Christian communities sought refuge from the atrocities of Rome, they dug their homes, churches, and entire underground cities into these soft stones. Even today, remnants of underground cities are found, in which thousands of people lived at one time. Underground cities named Q and K Mackley have many floors, KKs, stables, wells, ventilation shafts, everything. So deep and organized that it feels as if this was not just shelter, but a secret world of some other civilization. While walking inside these tunnels, the wind echoes and the walls feel like the breath of the past. For centuries, this region remained part of various empires, but Cappadocia always stood apart from its identity. Every stone here, every valley tells a story. Sometimes of invasion, sometimes of fleeing people, sometimes of those sages who built their religious sites beneath the earth in search of peace. In the modern era, when hundreds of colorful hot air balloons rise into the sky at sunrise time, the entire scenery turns into something like a magical painting. From above, these valleys appear like some mythical divine land where nature itself has built its temple. At night, when the wind becomes cold and calm, the lights of small houses built on the rocks twinkle from afar, as if the fairies have truly returned inside these chimneys. But behind this beauty, a deep mystery is also hidden. This land has been changing for thousands of years and is still slowly giving itself a new shape. Scientists say that these structures change a few inches every year, as if time itself is resculpting them. Cappadocia teaches us that when nature and human imagination work together, the result is no less than a miracle. Here, history is written in stone and the voice of some ancient civilization still echoes in the air. This is not just a place, but a living proof of that dialogue between Earth and humans which never broke. While passing through the valleys here, when you look up, it feels as if the sky and Earth have together hidden some sacred mystery. Perhaps this is the reason that Cappadocia is not seen but felt, because this place tells us that some mysteries are such that they are not to be understood, but just experienced. Number 8. Devil's Tower, the devilish monument of the Earth. In the midst of the vast plains of Wyoming State in America, suddenly, a solitary stone pillar rising comes into view. Tall, hard, and so mysterious that for centuries, people have considered it the gateway of the Earth and the home of souls. This is Devil's Tower, which was declared America's first national monument in 1906. It's about 867 feet tall, but its real height feels like the mystery spreading to the sky. Geologists believe that this is a volcanic plug. Millions of years ago, when lava solidified beneath the Earth's surface, it created this massive pillar. The soft soil and rocks around it washed away over time, but this solid stone pillar remains steadfast in its place. But despite science, the real attraction of this place is not in its formation, but in its presence. It stands so perfect, so straight and silent, that upon seeing it, it feels as if the Earth has given form to some unknown power. Its walls are made of vertical lines, as if some massive sculptor has carved it. When the sun's rays fall on these lines, the entire pillar glows like gold. And in the evening, its shadow spreads on the Earth, creating the illusion of some massive creature shape. This is the reason that Native American tribes consider it a sacred site. For the Lakota, Cheyenne, and Kiowa tribes, this is the place where heaven and earth meet. According to one of their ancient tales, a long time ago, 7 little sisters reached this plain while fleeing from a hungry bear. They prayed that the earth protect them. Then this rock began to rise from below and reached the sky. While the bear kept trying to climb it with its paws, the marks of its paws are visible today in the form of these vertical cracks. It is said that those sisters went to the sky and still shine there as stars. As the Pleiades constellation, this place is special not only from a religious perspective, but also in modern culture. In the 1977 film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, it was shown as an otherworldly signal site, which gave it global fame. But the real attraction is still the same, in that mysterious silence that spreads all around it. Many climbers attempt to climb this tower. Upon reaching the top, the view of the prairies and forests, spreading in all directions, is so vast that it feels as if the earth has opened up in all its colors. But every year in the month of June, when native tribes perform their sun dance and prayer rituals here, a strange energy is felt, as if the earth itself is calling its soul. Devil's Tower is not just a rock, it is the confluence of time, faith, and nature. It reminds us that every stone has a story hidden within it, sometimes of science, sometimes of belief. When the wind passes over its surface, it feels as if this stone itself is breathing, and some ancient sound is echoing from within it. Such a sound that is perhaps saying the same thing that humans have not understood yet, that nature never stops being mysterious. Number 9. Pinnacles Desert, stone jungles rising in golden sand. A part of Nambong National Park located on the western coast of Australia is such that it is not found anywhere else in the world. Amid the yellow golden sand spreading all around, thousands of stone pillars stand in such a way as if some forgotten city from within the earth has been lifted up. This is the Pinnacles Desert, such a mysterious land where sand and stone together form the face of time. The height of every stone is different. Some are only 1 foot, while some are up to 12 feet tall. Their shapes appear like an incomplete work of some sculptor, in which there is meaning and mystery too. When the sun falls on them, they scatter golden shine, and when shadows spread, it feels as if the souls of some ancient civilization have stood up again on the earth. Scientists believe that these limestone structures are about 25,000 years old. Once this area was under the sea, and over time when the water receded, it formed this limestone from the remains of marine creatures. Then the wind slowly sculpted it. The sand cut its roots, and the sun's heat turned it into rocky pillars. But the thing that surprises the most is how did such a vast number of these pillars form in the same area? Some say this is the Earth's natural sculptural art, while some consider it the result of some ancient geological explosion. But the tale of the local Yamachi tribe is even more interesting than this. According to them, this desert was also a sacred land where souls resided. When humans tried to enter there, the gods turned them into stone. Since then, this place is turned into silence, such a silence that still echoes in the wind. The tribes call this land the Path of Free Souls, where every stone stands in wait for some soul that will never return. This place is also known for its colors. During the day, this sand appears golden. At that time, the entire earth seems to glow like fire. And when night comes, the countless stars spread in the sky twinkle over these stones as if heaven itself has descended to earth. This area of Nambung National Park is one of the clearest and darkest skies in the world, where the Milky Way is visible to the naked eye. Every traveler standing there feels that he has come to some other era. Such an era where there is neither time nor civilization, just the earth and its infinite past. But the atmosphere here is harsh too. The sand is so fine and hot that the temperature can reach 45 degrees during the day. This is why traces of life are barely found here. Some bushes, some insects, and some reptiles that are silent companions of this desert. When the wind rises, a slow echo is heard with the sand, as if the earth itself is repeating its ancient tale. Many tourists say that while standing there, they felt as if someone was watching them from all around, as if some consciousness is hidden in these stones. Perhaps this is the reason that when any person steps into the Pinnacles Desert for the first time, he forgets to speak. The air there, the sand there, and the silence there, all three together create something that touches the soul. This place reminds us that the earth was never empty. It has always been saying something. One just needs to listen. And if you listen carefully, the voice of these stones is still the same. Slow, ancient, and infinite. Number 10. Katskhi Monastery. A stone meditation site touching the sky. In a quiet, green-covered village in the Emirati region of Georgia, suddenly a stone pillar piercing the sky comes into view. About 130 feet tall, this stone appears like the wings of some angel stuck between earth and sky. Atop this vertical rock is built the Katskhi Monastery, such a place that is a living symbol of devotion, courage, and solitude among all the religious sites of the world. This monastery is considered the strangest and most mysterious because it is perched separately from the earth between the clouds. There is no easy way to reach the top. It's just an iron ladder that goes from below to above, and the climb is so steep that every step feels like a line between life and death. History tells that this monastery was built in the 9th or 10th century, when Christian ascetics named Stylites used to perform penance here. They believe that only he who goes the farthest from the world can reach closest to God. Therefore, they decided to live in the sky, leaving the earth. This stone was a ladder for them, a real path to ascend toward heaven. For centuries, hermits performed penance here, without any contact, immersed only in prayer and silence. The people of the village settled below would send them food and water up with the help of ropes. It is said that the silence inside this monastery is so profound that even the heartbeat can be heard in it. During the Soviet era, this monastery lay desolate. But in the 1990s, a monk, Father Maxim, restored it to life. He lived continuously on this rock for 20 years and re-established it. He built a small prayer hall there, and since then, this place has become a religious center once again. People look up from below and feel as if God has left a lamp on earth that is touching heaven directly. Scientifically, this rock is a limestone monolith which has been standing in this form due to millions of years of erosion process. But its structure is so straight and tall that the first-time viewer assumes it is part of some man-made pillar. At its top, there is space of only a few square meters. Where the monastery is built is a small house and prayer site. Peering down from their shows, the entire valley area, green, peaceful, and so vast that a human feels like a mere particle. Katskhi Monastery is not just a symbol of faith, but also of that human curiosity which aspires to reach the impossible. Climbing this monastery is not like conquering some mountain, but like conquering oneself. The air here is so pure that every breath feels spiritual. At night, when the moonlight falls on this stone, the entire pillar glows like some otherworldly lamp. The people of the village below call it the finger of God because it feels as if the earth has extended its hand toward the sky. This monastery still attracts people from all over the world today. Some call it a miracle of faith, some call it a mystery of architecture. But whoever sees it, only one thing remains in his mind, that when a human rises above his fears, limitations, and loneliness, he reaches not closer to God, but closer to himself. Perhaps this is the true height. That's all for today's video. But if you think that we have seen all the mysteries of the earth, then perhaps you have not looked up properly so far and have not peered down. The stories hidden between these stones, mountains, and valleys do not just tell us how old the earth is. They also remind us that we are just a small part of this vast mystery. Every rock, every line, and every shadow has time left its identity, and we are just trying to read those marks. Whenever you see a mountain or stone next time, do not just look at its shape, but think how many eras it must have seen, how many winds it must have endured, and how many stories it must have locked within itself. Because nature does not speak, it gives signs, and those who understand these signs know that the real miracle is not hidden somewhere outside, but in every atom of this earth. If you're watching this video, please subscribe our channel.